Some players are successful, score loads of goals, play for the biggest clubs, in the biggest leagues. Some will make an impact. But what about the shirts that they wore? In this series, we're going to look at some of the icons of the game. Rate their home shirts, and can we buy them today with the name sets? You saw the thumbnail, it's Zlatan.
Dipped in by Rooney, Fellaini against the post, and now Ibrahimović in!
Here's Dos Santos, lifts it into the area, and Ibra scores! Still under stop and done!
Kamara throwing his body in, it's going to fall for Ibrahimović! Oh, come on! Come on!
Face à Frédéric Déhu, Pauletta dans la surface d'affaire. Oh le but! Oh le but exceptionnel encore une fois face à un Barthez maudit devant le Portugais. Pedro Miguel!
Ibrahimović. Goed ingehouden. En nu dan een keer schiet ook.
Ibra, Zlatan Ibrahimović!
Ja, det är inte helt otänkbart för nu är Johart ute och det blir mål! Det blir mål! Det är det värsta jag sett! Det är inte klokt!
So, here we are back in the studio, and as you can see, we have popped up a tier list to run through all of Zlatan's home shirts, right from his beginning of the career, 1999 with Malmo, bang up to date when he retired, AC Milan in 2023. Labelled all of the 5 levels, God status, those are the best shirts. Lines don't compare, almost made it. Ferrari among Fiats, yeah, it's about average. Zlatan doesn't do editions, should have been a little bit better. And that advert on crypto, not one of the better shirts. So we'll kick off first of all with where he all began. He started off in 1999 at Malmo, was there until 2001. They had the same shirt for the 1999 and the 2000 season. He scored 1 goal in his first season and 14 goals in his second season. And let's see the shirt that we've got here. What do we think of this one? To me, it's a very average kind of looking shirt. I'm going to put it again in there and Ferrari among Fiats. The next season, we were on to the next shirt, which was the 2001 season. I don't think he stayed there too long before he went off to Ajax, only got 3 goals. And this was the shirt that they wore. It's the same kind of Scandinavian kind of shirt. I'm not going to mess around with Scandinavian shirts. I don't mind Scandinavian shirts with a few adverts in there. I think it's an alright looking shirt. Kind of average, just where I would expect. So, obviously went off to Ajax. There he got in there, and it was 2001 to 2002 season. Banged in 9 goals, won the Eredivisie and the KNVB Cup. And this was the shirt that they wore. What do I think about it? Well, it's your traditional kind of Ajax shirt. I think that the story goes that when he went there, he wore Zlatan to start off with, and then decided to change over to it being Ibrahimović, in tribute to his dad. So he's got this shirt. I think it's quite a nice shirt. I think it's one of the better Ajax shirts of the past. I'm going to put it up in there. Lions don't compare. So that was the 2001 to 2002 season. Going into the 2002-2003 season, 21 goals. Pretty fantastic for that. But they only got the Dutch Super Cup. They wore the same shirt in the 2003-2004 season, where they got the Eredivisie, 15 goals. So where's the shirts here? I really don't like that as an Ajax shirt. I think the collar wasn't too great. It's a bit messy for me. So it's going down there, second bottom. And then moved into the 04-05 season, final with Ajax. Didn't stay there very long before he moved off to Juve, but banged in 3 goals. And as an Ajax shirt, I think it's a very average Ajax shirt if you're looking at them like that. So he moved off to Juve halfway through the season, through the season. Off to Juve for the 04-05 season. They won the Serie A title, later revoked due to the Calciopoli scandal. 16 goals. What was the one? It was that Sky one with the total 90 night one. So to me, I think that is a lovely looking shirt. The season after that, moved on to the Tam Oil sponsor, again, won the league, the 05-06 season, banged in 10 goals, but it was later revoked, another one that they lost out due to Carlton Crowley, and I think it's a lovely Total 90 shirt there. So yeah, I think those are both fantastic looking Juve shirts. So the scandal broke and he decided to head off to Inter Milan, starting off in the 06-07 season, banged in 15 goals, got the Supercoppa and the Serie A title. What was the shirt? It was this one here with the white trim on it. I think it's an alright shirt. I think there are better Inter Milan shirts personally, but I think we'll give it a second top one. I'm not sure about white on an Inter Milan shirt. It's okay. I think he looks good in it, to be fair. Moving into 07-08, 22 goals in Serie A, still with Inter. And this was the shirt. Got that Scudetto one there. I think it's a much nicer shirt from an Inter point of view, and I'm going to put it up there. Yeah, it's got the Scudetto shield there in the middle, but overall, a really nice looking shirt for the 07-08 season. 22 goals is pretty good, but he went even better in the 08-09 season. 29 goals, Supercoppa, and the Serie A title yet again. And this was the shirt. I think it's a very average kind of shirt. I'm not sure about putting the Pirelli in gold. If I'm not, actually, I'm going to knock it down. I don't think it's that great as a shirt. Yeah, could have been a bit better, considering he scored 29 goals. And then who came knocking at the door? It was Barcelona. So he's off to Barcelona for the 09-10 season, where he won the Supercoppa there, UEFA Super Cup, and the FIFA World Club Cup, and the Liga. 21 goals in all competitions. Here's the shirt. I think it's a beautiful Barcelona shirt. It's one of the better shirts that they've had. UNICEF sponsor, bit of gold on there to highlight it. Thicker stripes than usual, but yeah, I'm going to say that was an alright one. Into the 10-11 season, only one goal when he got the Supercoppa before he was moved off to AC Milan. What shirt did they have? Here's this one here. I think it's an okay shirt, and to me, I am going to shove it in the... Oh, not there. I'm shoving it there. I think it's an average Barcelona shirt. It's okay. It's nothing too fantastic. But he wasn't there for too long, as he was at AC Milan on loan. 21 goals in that season and one Serie A title, and it was wearing this shirt here. To me, it's got slightly too thick stripes, just slightly too thick. So for me, I'm marking it down as a very, very low kind of shirt there for AC Milan. I think AC Milan have had a lot better shirts. Probably you would say more this one here, which is the season after that, which was the 10-11 season, where he got 35 goals. That's amazing number of goals, and got the Supercoppa in that one. I think it's a much nicer AC Milan shirt. I don't think it's up there into the God status. I think it's a second bottom one. I think it's a really cool shirt with the pinstripes there. So, Paris Saint-Germain, they came in for the 12-13 season, 35 goals in all competitions and one Ligue 1. And it is this shirt here. I've actually got the shirt, but I've got David Beckham on the back of it. I think it's an okay shirt. I think it's quite nice. I prefer a solid if you're going to go down the middle of Paris Saint-Germain, but overall I think it was a really nice looking shirt for his first campaign there in Ligue 1. And then moving into the 13-14 season, 41 goals, French Super Cup, Ligue 1, and the Coupe de Ligue. Unfortunately, I really don't like the shirt here that they wore for that season for Paris Saint-Germain. I just don't get it. Massive block of white and then split off into the red. Not one that I would personally want to be seen wearing, not one that I'm going to add to my collection, but 41 goals in that season, it's okay. Fortunately, that shirt was just horrible. So we move into the 14-15 season. Still Paris Saint-Germain, 30 goals this season, French Super Cup, Ligue 1, Coupe de la Ligue, and the Coupe de France. So they won everything in this season, and they wore this shirt here, which I think is a really cracking Paris Saint-Germain shirt. If anything, I think it's probably the best Paris Saint-Germain shirt that he had in his time there. Because if we move on to the next one, where this amazing number of goals, 50 goals in the 15-16 season for Paris Saint-Germain, French League Cup, Ligue 1, Coupe de la Ligue, and the Coupe de France. He did the quadruple again in this shirt here. I think it's a really nice looking shirt. I think it's up there, second top. I prefer the kind of slightly split red and white down there, just to make it a little bit different. But that's kind of really cool with the thinner stripe for Paris Saint-Germain. A great shirt overall, so we'd go with that. So we are now into the 16-17 season, and he's off to Manchester United, where he bangs in 28 goals. You have to see he was a bit of a hired gun at this point. Community Shield, the EFL Cup and the UEFA Europa League. A great bunch of trophies to win and 20 goals in that season. The shirt itself, I think it's quite a nice Man United shirt. I think it's still a very average shirt. It's kind of like half and half red. I think the Chevrolet sponsor did spoil it a little bit. It's okay. 17-18 season, just before he moved off to LA Galaxy, only got 1 goal, and it was this Adidas one here. Ooh, move that back up here. I think it's a second bottom. It's nothing too exciting. It's got a funny kind of round neck. I think the black on the cuffs just doesn't work too well. So for me, yeah, it's round about there for a Man United top. But he didn't wear it that often because he was off to LA Galaxy, where they had the same shirt for 2 seasons. This is, to me, a fantastic LA Galaxy shirt. In fact, it's probably the best LA Galaxy shirt that they've had for a while. This season looks really good because they've gone back to that proper sash. That's a really nice looking shirt for LA Galaxy. So 2018 season, banged in 22 goals, newcomer of the year, and scored the goal of the season on his debut against LAFC, an absolute banger of a goal. Into the next season, 2019, 31 goals in all competitions, and became the record goal scorer for LA Galaxy, 30 goals in 29 games. An amazing career for MLS, one of the bigger names that went over there, along with David Beckham started the trend, Zlatan turned up, and a few other guys. And a fantastic number of goals there. 22 in his first season, 31 in the second, before he goes halfway through, finishes the season 2019, and then heads off to AC Milan. Gets there halfway through the season. With him in there, they averaged 2.1 points per game. Previously, it was 1.4. Made so much of a difference and pulled them up to finishing 6th in the Serie A campaign. And they were wearing this shirt here. I think it's quite a nice shirt. I think it's average. It's the thinner stripes. I think there's been better templates out there from a Puma AC Milan point of view. It's okay. Came in there, did the business, pulling them up there. We then moved into the 2020-21 season, 17 goals, got his 500th career club goal versus Crotone. Milan finished second despite a strong start and being first for 21 out of 38 matches. Just a bit unfortunate, they just fell away at the end. I'm pretty sure he wasn't too happy with that. Then the shirt they were wearing, personally, to me, uneven stripes just doesn't really work for that AC Milan shirt. I think you have to go for proper, either the pinstripes or something in between, at least equidistant. 21-22 season, only got 8 goals as Serie A title was secured on the final day of the season, ahead of Inter by 2 points after they beat Sassuolo 3-0 away. Only 8 goals this season. I think he was played by injuries and just didn't get as many games in this season. So I think the shirt's okay. It's probably up there I'd say it's an average kind of shirt. It's a Ferrari among Fiat. It's okay. I think there's just not enough stripage on there. Before he finished off his career in the 22-23 season, got 1 goal. In March 2023, he became the oldest player to score a goal in Serie A and got to the semis of the Champions League, but they lost out to Inter 3-0 on aggregate, and this was his final shirt. It's the one that I've picked up because I think it's a very, very good AC Milan shirt. Got the Serie A title shield on there. So there we have a look through all the shirts there that we can see over his career. Do we fiddle around a bit? What has been the best shirt that he's probably had? I don't know. I think if we're going to the top, I really like the. I think we're okay with the Sky one. I'd probably maybe put. Yeah, let's just move these around a little bit. So we'll move. I think that one's probably the best one. I think if you're going to have, I think the Sky one was better because it was the total 90 era. The Tam one sponsor I don't think it was too good. But I still think it's up there. I think I like the Paris Saint-Germain, but I think there's better Paris Saint-Germain kits. I'd probably put them like that. I think we'd go with, fair to say that Inter Milan shirt is probably the best he's had. Moving down the tiers, I think they're much of a muchness. If we're looking at the worst shirts on this list, I think we easily have to say it has been that Paris Saint-Germain one with the dodgy half and half. What was that, the 2013-14 season? Not the best of shirts. So that's Zlatan's home shirts in careers. Now in the next video, we're going to have a look around the internet and see if we can pick up any of these shirts, and maybe we'll place some orders. But can you get these shirts? Can you get them with Zlatan on them? What classic football shirts go in there? What about Vinted, eBay, and what about the fake ones? Can you just get all these in fakes and save yourself a bit of money? Thanks for watching the video. Give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for part 2. Bye for now.